I'm Jonathan Brandmeier. That's Buzz, Julian Kilman, and our pal Gino from the radio show. And my life and our life is gone. Who's Gino? Take a quick look and listen.
This is the Jonathan Brandmeier Show.
Gino, did you watch CNN? Anything on CNN?
Yeah, I flip around quite a bit. I go MSNBC.
I know, but I don't care about your physical work. What do you do when you watch TV? Where do you can't you just learn to stay controlled, sit in a chair and watch like everybody else?
No, I can't.
Okay. Gino wrote some poetry. He sends out to his ladies. You are the winds beneath my wings. You are the mattress on my box springs. You are the track beneath my train. I just wish you had one half a brain. And then
this work for you, Gino?
Not very well.
You're a beautiful wife, a wonderful mother, but I only get off when I'm with your brother.
I really want to be Gino's girl. I could be happy the rest of my life being Gino's girl.
Gino. Suave. Gino. Suave.
If you are calling about a power outage, press 1. All calls are recorded.
Jesus Christ, what the are you guys doing?
You can visit us on the web any time of
I
the
don't
day
want
or
the
night.
web.
Come.
Listen, you little.
Please continue to hold. Your call will be
God.
answered next available representative.
Do I have to listen to this all day? This is unbelievable. I don't have all day. It's 120 degrees in my apartment. I got to read like Abe Lincoln. That's it. You.
Please continue to hold.
Gino Giovannetti. Gino Giovannetti. It's a fun Italian name. Just say it and you see. And you won't learn it unless you're Johnny B.
Why are you a living legend in Williams Bay, Wisconsin?
I don't know.
Why are you a living legend in Williams Bay, Wisconsin?
I don't know.
He doesn't know. That's Gino Giovannetti. I would say Giovannuti. I would say that.
Why does everything he says sound funny?
I don't know. But here is the problem.
They're not jokes. He just says yes or no, or I don't know. And it's
one
funny.
of a kind dude. And that's Gino, a little taste of it. But in this show, we're going to tell you things and let you hear some things with Gino to show you what kind of a dude he was. Now, this is the thing with Gino's been going on for a long, long time. But I just want to make sure we're clear on what happened here. I'm looking at what I got a week ago today, basically a week ago today. When I got this text, it's a Thursday night here in the North Woods. And it's from his brother that we received. Our brother, friend, and uncle to 11 nieces and nephews. Gene, which is weird. Even in the hospital when I went to see him, they call him Gene Giovannetti. Passed away March 16th, of course, 2023, because he hated St. Patrick's Day. I'm pretty sure of that. He was... He picked that day. After battling, though, this is from his family, after battling myelofibrosis, he had a full stem transplant on 12/14/21. It did not take. He is truly at peace after having been bedridden for the last 4 months. We would appreciate if you would pass this on to others who cared about Gene and our families. There will be no services or arrangements based on his wishes. Thank you. And that's from his family. And then I just read that and I just lost it. I'm sitting there because I know, I knew it was coming, and I'm going to get to the history of this. I knew it was coming because I was there at Northwestern the day of they took him to hospice. And, knowing from my mom and you people out there and Buzz, knowing from the word hospice, when you hear hospice, that's where you're going. But it was Gino. And I kept thinking, yeah, he's going to go to hospice. But he's not going to go down easy. So now I started, so over the past few days, I didn't want to just blast something out. I just wanted to say it and think about what he meant to me and what he meant to the show. And I started trying to figure out how long has this been going on? So I started looking through all my emails. 2017. I'm just going to read just quick things that from 2017 from Gino. Johnny, I had a final MRI Thursday. I should be starting treatment in a week or two. Appreciate your concern. Hope all is well with you and the family, especially the in-laws. He loved Angelo, by the way, my father-in-law, who's also dead. You guys have fun up there. You're the best.
Right there.
He says, and I go, where is all this happening? And I go, where is all this happening? Not the location on your body. I mean, the location of your surgery. Keep me posted. Godspeed to you, my friend. Then he sends back, we're still in 2017. I could live on the banks of Lake Winnebago like a beaver. Hope all is well. Just between me and you, my hip got shot up with steroids. I'm getting a hip replacement soon, but first I have to be treated for prostate cancer. Now, either surgery, removal, or radioactive pellets and external beam radiation, 5 to 9 weeks of that. I vetoed hormonal therapy, which I don't know what that is. Either way,
Doesn't sound good.
none of it sounds good, Buzz. Either way, my porn career is over because there will be no more money shots. He goes, what's a grudge fuck without a money shot? Then he wrote in caps, I'll be back. Okay. 2017 still. But remember, and here's the most amazing part. And at the end of this, you will, he never lost. I'll get to that. I just want people to understand the history. This wasn't something like Gino just passed away. What? He's dead? He's been living with this forever. 18. Excellent news. Got a new hip at Rush on Halloween. Bad news. I'm back at Rush after completely dislocating that hip over the weekend. I'll be back at full and equal strength soon. Boom. Now we're moving into, now speeding ahead. If I showed you half of it and shared half of what he and I were going back and forth with over the years, we'd be here for 18 hours. Let's see here. I'm out of commission for a while. Threw out some edited version of Larry King-isms for you, though. So I'm having serious health issues. I won't be home for a few more weeks. And I went, what the fuck? Please let me know if you feel like sharing with me. Come on, man. Damn, in all caps. I'm very sorry to hear about your health. Let me come and see you. No, not ready yet. Blah, blah, blah. He sends me a list. Larry King-isms. Now, here's the amazing thing. I don't even know if you know this, Buzz. So in the news, Larry King used to write this column in USA Today, and it would be like just random thoughts from Larry King. And I would come in and I'd see it. I'd say, hey, Gino, now this is how quickly this guy's brain worked. I go, Gino, can you make up some fake Larry King-isms for me? That would be great. And be like, 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And he just comes in, throws it on the desk. Here you go. Larry King would write, and this is Gino. That's not Margot Kidder in my backyard again, is it? My toenails can cut glass. I swear I saw El Chapo trimming my hedges this morning. I wouldn't be caught dead wearing cotton. I fly Southwest because they don't charge me extra for my colostomy bag. There's something about Hillary Clinton that makes me twitch. Now, he is writing these while he's getting a hip replacement, going through chemotherapy. He's throwing these to me, sending them to me to make me laugh. Now, let's start going through the life of Gino here. Yeah, let's start with Colin Jost. Colin Jost is in the studio. He's the weekend update guy from Saturday Night Live with Michael Che, the head writer on SNL. And all Gino said to me before he came in the studio was to me that morning, he said, hey, listen. Is there any way you could just give him some of my jokes? And he gave me a pile of jokes like that, like 20 pages of jokes. And I'm going to tell you something. Gino was always more upset with me than he would let on. But give it a listen. Colin Jost in the studio with Gino. You'll hear it.
Hello, America. You're listening to Brandmeier and me, Colin Jost. So thank you for listening.
This is the Jonathan Brandmeier Show.
Colin Jost, you remember that time when you had Donald Trump?
Trump is amazing because he literally has no advisors. Like, you'd walk into his dressing room, and it was just him. And you're like, and you're like, whoa, should you have someone in here?
Yeah.
And he'd just be like, look at Ben Carson, right? He's going to explode. Look at this Ben Carson. He's going to fail. You're like, wow, this is pretty awesome to watch.
So you open the dressing room door at SNL, and there is Trump. He's in the room. He's watching CNN, obviously, or something.
It's so meta.
Right.
I'm sure he was at some point watching clips of himself on CNN.
Isn't that weird?
It's pretty surreal.
Okay, so anyway, here's some jokes. Tell me if you'll accept any of these jokes, okay? Put Gino on the line. So if a guy pitches, do they pitch jokes to you? Like, I got a joke for Weekend. How many or do you write your own Weekend update?
It's more our update writers will write them, and so I'll usually read them aloud for the first time. So you hear them in my voice versus them speaking them to me.
Oh, here then. Go ahead.
Oh, boy, here we go. Go ahead. But then what are these going to... Okay, great.
No, don't worry about it. You got
no.
You got to be honest. So somebody handed you these jokes.
Yeah,
All
okay.
Right. Hey, Gino, Colin Jost is going to read some of your jokes. Go ahead.
All right. Taco Bell plans to offer home delivery service nationwide. Oh, my God. Taco Bell says they plan to save time, cut costs, and eliminate the middleman by splattering tacos, chalupas, and burritos directly into your toilet bowl.
Colin Jost!
Do not.
Okay.
That, I mean, I love, honestly, a sketch that I pitched, a commercial parody that I always wanted to do on this topic was Hallmark sympathy cards for your toilet.
Right.
So, like, you can leave after, like, it's been rough. You leave a little Hallmark sympathy card towards your toilet. Like, I'm so sorry for that.
For what I left.
Yeah.
For the Sawdust Festival.
So very close to my heart.
Okay, what's the next one? Give me one. Look at this. It's a scan, something you think you might want to read.
Okay, all right.
That would pass muster on Saturday Night Live's Weekend
hold on.
Update.
So, I got to really get in this zone here of making decisions.
Let me help you get in the zone.
Hold on. Wait, this is...
It's Weekend Update with Colin Jost and Michael Che.
Except that, these aren't my jokes. But here we go. All right, ready?
Right. Yeah, that's right. We're clear on that. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not Colin Jost jokes.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
You. Great disclaimer.
Thank you.
Okay. Escaped Mexican drug lord, is it Joaquin? Quotes El Chapo, Guzman.
Gino laughing on the phone.
El Chapo continues to taunt authorities by posting photos online of him swilling beer from the cockpit of a plane. The FBI says the cocky Mexican may have tipped his hand by revealing that he's moonlighting as a pilot for Delta Airlines.
It's Weekend Update.
See, this is what it would be like in a pitch meeting. Gino, you would go into a meeting, you would read that joke.
But I would have pitched my A-list stuff.
Okay.
Thanks for giving me your C-list
Okay,
stuff.
I'll tell you what.
Thank
Go
you.
ahead. Right now,
Well, I didn't.
you have one shot. You have one chance. Okay, he's saying, you know what he said? He's saying that I edited, took his stuff and said,
you ruined his art.
I thought those were the only 5 jokes I thought were funny. So now, Gino, go ahead. You have a chance. Big boy.
There we go.
No, big man.
No one will appreciate this because what I did was I wrote them and they're just as I.
No. Don't give me the setup.
Like A, B, C.
No, don't give me the setup. Tell Colin your best joke so you can say to me when he leaves this building and you start coming in here complaining about it. Go ahead and tell him your best joke. Go on.
Okay. Subway spokesman Jared Fogle has been suspended by the sandwich maker after federal agents raided his Indiana home. A Subway crisis manager who asked to remain employed said, "We aren't anti-kitty porn, but the man boobs had to go."
I'm not saying a word. I'm not even looking at Colin right now. I'm turning my head so he can make his own decision.
Let me try one more.
Wait, did you
I would have gone with 5-year-old foot long.
Yeah!
Right? That's what I would have gone with.
Yeah!
But I'm just me.
Okay, but said Gino, yeah, you didn't pick the good ones. Go on, give me the good ones then. Go on.
Bill Cosby has finally broken his silence about the sexual assault charges levied against him. In an exclusive interview with ABC's Diane Sawyer, Cosby said, "You're getting sleepy. Sleepy."
I'm not looking.
Before Sawyer mysteriously passed out with her panties around her ankles.
Oh man. That's a crime against humanity.
Do you want to hang up on yourself now? Because no, did I stop you from doing? Did I stop you from doing
Sawyer into this?
Yeah. Did I stop you from doing your best stuff?
I'll do one more.
Okay. Go ahead.
Great.
You won't quit.
Great.
Caitlyn Jenner won the Arthur Ashe Courage Award at the ESPYs in Los Angeles last night.
You're already laughing.
Caitlyn won the award despite the fact that if she really had courage, she would have lopped it off by now.
Wow. Wow.
Hang up. Go on.
Wow. Can
Hang up
I
on
go
yourself.
back? Can I go back? Wow.
Yeah, but you heard him, how indignant he became because I decided to edit only 5 that I might have thought would be at least semi-readable.
Right.
Those.
Right. Wow.
Can I see those?
It's a
I'm
show.
just curious about something.
Yeah. You want to see one of these jokes?
Yeah, I just want to see which ones.
More of not my jokes?
Yeah, once again, well, that's why we had Gino read it. But he was so upset about it. You watch, he'll come in here now and he'll be, when you leave, and he'll start smacking me around or something. But I mean, it's a tough gig to write a joke, especially in your voice and the voice of your guest and the guest host and the sketch. It's not that easy to write a joke.
No, it's hard. I mean, that's why you remember classic jokes.
Yeah.
Because they're tough.
Absolutely. Colin Jost, the Weekend Update anchor. Great seeing you. Great meeting you. Have fun in Chicago. What are you going to do in Chicago while you're on your off days? What are you going to do?
Gonna hang and play a little golf maybe here.
Where
if
you
I can get
golfing?
out, I'll figure it out. I'm not sure yet.
You know who's a big golfer? That guy that wrote those jokes for you right there. That Gino.
Really?
Yeah, why don't you go with him?
Oh, really?
Take it with you when you get out of here. All right? Because he's going to come in here and choke the life out of me in a minute.
I love it.
Colin Jost!
The Weekend Update, I'm Michael Che. I'm Colin Jost. Good night.
This is the Jonathan Brandmeier Show.
Wait, who's on the 20?
Oh, Andrew Jackson.
Andrew Jackson, that's right. So here's what the women's group wants to do. They want to take Andrew Jackson off.
The president.
And a president, and put Harriet Tubman on.
They should put just a half a portrait of a woman on one side of the bill, since they end up with half of our money anyway.
Talk radio unhinged.
Yeah, there's Gino right there. Why didn't he write that one for Colin Jost of Saturday Night Live? He would have loved it. Oh, man. Gino, come back down here. If you just joined us around the world, wherever you're listening, on the podcast or whatever city you're in. And you
Gino may never come down again.
He was down here. I'm going to tell you what he said, but I'm waiting for him to get down here, so I'm not putting words. But he came down here during the break. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, thank you. Colin Jost, the comedian, the screenwriter, the head writer for Saturday Night Live, was just in, and Gino from our staff wanted to run some jokes by him. He sent me so many jokes. He didn't send them to me. You know why he didn't send them to me? Because he didn't want me to edit them in advance. I know why you held them today. And then he gives them to me. And this morning, and I go, Gino, I can't read all them. And he goes, I don't want you to edit them. I go, I'm not editing them. I'm just going to show you ones that he will read or he won't read. So, Buzz, he comes in, and he goes, yeah, and he took a picture with Colin Jost. And by the way, Colin couldn't be a nicer guy.
No, he sounds like a wonderful man.
Oh, is that guy a nice young man who's got a big future ahead of him? But here's the thing. So Gino comes in, they take a picture, and I go, yeah, you're crying about Gino wants me to tell you these jokes. And then so that's all done, and then as Colin Jost walks out, Gino turns back to me and says, I'm just mad because I didn't do my stingray joke and my, what was it?
Confederate flag
My
joke.
Confederate flag joke.
Oh.
So I just called you back, Gino. Now go ahead and read your joke. Do you have it?
Yeah, I got it here. Okay.
Not too late.
Okay, now, Buzz, and you'll play the part of the head writer at Saturday Night Live now. Go ahead. Go ahead. You decide. Gino, I'm not even going to look at you. I'm going to turn my head. I'm not going to look.
The Confederate flag was finally removed from South Carolina's State House grounds last week. Blacks and other minorities maintain that the flag is a symbol of racial hatred, violence, intolerance, and slavery. Whites, on the other hand, view the flag as a symbol of a proud heritage, a heritage of racial hatred, violence, intolerance, and slavery. Whew. Okay. I'm not a performer, I'm a writer. Okay. And then one more.
Yeah. Okay, no, wait, but remember, Buzz, the reason I brought him back down to read it because Colin Jost, like Gino always pretends. You always pretend that you're not mad at me, or you're.
Oh no, I'm not.
It seemed like you are. It seemed like you were a little bit upset that I wouldn't give him all those jokes to read. But then so then we get it resolved.
Perhaps disappointed.
Disappointed. Okay. Then we get it resolved, Buzz, and then he shakes hands and has a high five to Colin Jost, and then he has to turn back to me and say, I just wish I would have done my Confederate flag joke. And what's the other one now?
The Stingrays.
Okay, Buzz. So we just heard.
Okay, that's the final one.
Wait. We just
And you know, there's something to be said for the fact Gino's not a professional performer. And if a professional performer reads that joke that he just did, it might be a lot funnier.
yes.
Oh, it would be a lot.
Okay,
funnier.
but I'm saying the nuts and bolts of that joke are good. But I'm just I agree with you. All right, so Gino, try to put some oomph into it.
Try to picture Norm Macdonald reading this.
Okay,
joke.
go ahead.
Okay.
You do Norm Macdonald.
Well, I don't really do them, but I'll try.
Try to be Norm Macdonald in this one then.
54 stingrays died at Chicago's Brookfield Zoo when oxygen levels in the stingray habitat dropped to dangerously low levels. The zoo's curator defended his staff, saying, "Hey, who knew stingrays needed oxygen?"
Wait a minute. No, Gino, wait a minute. Is there more to it? Because there was more to it, I thought. Go back to that line again, because I think
you had me at oxygen.
Okay.
You had it. You should have stopped at oxygen, but let's see what he tagged on that he wanted Colin Jost to read. Go ahead.
He said the exhibit will not reopen because, well, for one, the stingrays are all dead. Yeah. That helped a lot. I mean, it did. Dead silence is...
Yeah, and you should see.
deafening.
But let me just I'm going to do Colin Jost when he was doing the joke. So he gets to the part about the man boobs on Jared.
Oh, yeah.
And he goes like this, man boobs. And he just looks up at you. And what did I say? You're not going to say, I say man boobs.
That's such a common term now.
I know. But it's not they're just not, all right, maybe the word is funny. Yeah. I just can't imagine you just letting silence take over.
I'll go now.
Let's see if we can't get Gino to open for Colin Jost at Zany's, the one, the only Colin Jost. Gino, good work though. That's the thing. It's you never know until you try what works. Get out of here. 844.
That was the stingray thing was funny.
Had oxygen. What's the stingray joke again? Hold on, let me see if I have it. 54 stingrays died at Chicago's Brookfield Zoo when oxygen levels in the stingray habitat dropped to dangerously low levels. The zoo's curator defended his staff, saying, "Hey, who knew stingrays needed oxygen?" See? That's good.
It's Johnny B.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, God. That guy. And Colin Jost, man, he didn't want anything to do with that. Like, he didn't, but he played along with it. He didn't want anything to do with it. Oh, my God. But you see, there was this love, tension. It was just, I'm telling you, man, that guy's unbelievable.
The thing about Gino is Gino himself is funnier than his jokes.
Yes.
I mean, he tells a joke. You're not laughing at the joke. You're laughing at Gino.
When I'm hearing that, and I mean, this is Colin Jost, this is the head writer of Saturday Night Live, and I'm going to, because he knows I'm going to edit. That's what this is like. He knows I'm going to. It's like, Gino, I'm not. If they were all funny, oh my God! All right, that's one look at Gino. Now, I don't know if you were here during this buzz. This could be with our pal Kent Voss, but the one thing that the audience just went nuts for, and I, off air and on air, was very upset about, was the fact that Gino was engaged to a woman, and you'll see throughout this show he's had quite a run-in with women.
Yeah, great women.
Yeah. So he, what I was gravitating towards and upset about was he was left at the altar the day of the wedding. He's jilted. Now,
I guess I knew that.
Yeah. Well, sure you did, because it carried on. It's one of those things that I never forgot, and either did the audience, as you will hear. Now,
and neither did Gino.
But Buzz, Gino never did. The thing that got me about it was, okay, girl changed her mind. I get it. Okay, poor Gino. Yeah, you know what? Probably better off. It happened when it did. Didn't you know what I mean? But the fact that she called him and asked him to babysit her cats while she was out of town, because she was busy. He didn't do it once. He did it all the time. Here it is. This is where it starts.
This is the Jonathan Brandmeier Show.
Olivia Munn said she's not engaged to Aaron Rodgers. The Packers, the quarterback. It's not happening. Not right now.
You know my theory on that. Rock Hudson never married Doris Day either.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. You got a real sort of a dark streak. And I'm not talking about in your underpants.
I'm just a cat sitter.
Gino is cat sitting while his ex-fiancée Tracy is vacationing in Scotland.
Yes, that's true.
Oh, why don't you tell him, Gino, why that irks me?
Because you think I need to move on with my life and find a good woman.
Yeah, this woman is the woman that dumped you at the altar. So this is the woman you should not be cat sitting for.
So when she broke up with you, did she say she thinks of you more as a cat sitter?
Yeah, I think that's true.
What's new, pussycat? Whoa, whoa, whoa.
I'm in Greektown because I'm cat sitting.
Pussycat, pussycat, I love you.
So you don't care if you have to babysit them. You're not doing her a favor. You're doing yourself a favor because you like cats.
To a certain degree, I like these cats.
What's new, pussycat?
I babysit cats.
What's new, pussycat?
You babysit cats? What is wrong with you?
I love to watch them.
Gino, you're f***ed up.
Pussycat fun.
You are f***ed up.
Pussycat fun.
You got problems.
Do you ever talk out loud to the cats?
All the time.
I'm getting so nervous
I sing them Dean Martin.
Oh, good Lord. What you
Okay.
just said is you sing Dean Martin songs to cats.
Yes. Well, that's how they know where it's bedtime.
Oh, well.
It's getting weirder and weirder and weirder. Come on, just sing a little bit of it for me.
But you know how it goes.
Yeah, no, you tell me how it goes.
On the Dementor
Gino, meow.
means don't forget you are
Gino,
my
meow.
darling.
Stay with me, Gino. Meow.
Don't forget to be.
You loser. Meow.
Why do you have cat food in your briefcase?
Because I might do a little cat visit today.
See what I mean? He doesn't care. He doesn't listen to us. He's going to continue to babysit for the woman who shilled him.
Hey, Gino, you can't be out with Johnny B. Why don't you get over here and clean my litter box?
Calling about Gino was shunned by women and playing with his pussycats all the time. The perfect nickname, Vagino. Vagino.
I got a great new cat toy, though.
Oh, my God.
Vagino, Vagino, my sad and lonely boy. You are so wonderful, so very wonderful. It's time to fill your heart with joy.
Send in my next patient.
Hi, Dr. Ruth. I'm Gino, and I got a problem.
Tell me about it. You look like a pork chop in a bowling shirt.
Leno would pay $50 for that. Let me write that down.
Tell me about your sex life.
Well, that's just it. I babysit cats.
What?
I like to spend my free time cat sitting.
I see. You don't want to commit to just one woman. You like a lot of women.
Not really. Just love their cats.
Oh, you're not making that little innuendos.
No jokes here.
You're telling me.
I really want to be Gino's girl. I could be happy the rest of my life being Gino's girl. He's tall, dark, and handsome. He loves pussycats. I see us together, cleaning the litter box. Gino's girl.
Get out!
Gino Giovannetti. Gino Giovannetti. It's a fun Italian name. Just say it and you'll see.
Yeah.
And you won't learn it unless you're Johnny B.
Why are you a living legend in Williams Bay, Wisconsin?
I don't know.
I don't know why I'm a legend in Williams Bay, Wisconsin. That's Lake Geneva, by the way. Gino took me there many times, and we had quite the nights in Lake Geneva, rolling into different bars. And right now I'm thinking about the funny stuff about Gino, because Gino lived on the text. Pop, 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 pop. But it wasn't just like, hey, man, how's it going? It was like these long, long texts. And I printed out every single one of them. I have them all in my iPhone, in my notes. And it's a book of crazy. It's a book of just a guy roaming the streets, living his life. And I always said to Gino, you know what? I wish I had your life, man. It seems like you're always doing something. I'd come back in on a Monday, and he said, I just got back from St. Louis. What were you doing there? I was at the Blackhawks game, the playoffs. Oh, you were there? Okay, yeah. Buzz, do you remember when you called Gino a slippery fish? I do.
Sort of.
Here we go. Here we go, folks. Gino, as I said to you, running past you in the hallway, I wish I had your life. Gino text me from Gino, Mr. Gino from down the hall on our staff. He texted me Saturday. He's at the game in St. Louis. He's everywhere.
Yeah. Slippery fish.
Yeah, he's one slippery fish. Gino is with that crazy Ivies. He's one slippery fish. So
and thanks for the picture of Gino winking.
You like that?
Once you start looking at it, you can't stop.
Yeah. I don't know if that was posted up or not. If it's Gino with that crazy lazy eye that he says he has when he's not winking at women at the bar or being accused of it. That's the biggest lie story I ever heard. For some reason today, I just want to slap you. The slippery fish.
I got in a little. I got a major penalty at Charlie Guitos for calling our date a name that is routinely abhorred by women across the globe.
Okay, wait a second. Calling your date, you and your brother went with it?
She wasn't my date. We met these two girls at the first place we went to. So we had a drink with them there, and then we were like, well, we're going to dinner. You know, you're welcome to join us, whatever. So the one girl didn't want to go to the Hill for some reason. And then we went there, and she kind of turned on us. You know how women can all of a sudden start, and they start with the garbage, like, you know, questioning about do you have a second home? What do you drive? All this stuff.
Are you serious?
Yeah, just being really irritating, and then getting snide. Oh, you guys like your veal, don't you?
Now you pick up these two women, and where you hit it off with these two women, decide, hey, let's invite them to dinner. They began at dinner, things began to break bad because they began to ask you about your car that you drive. What do you do for a living? You have a second home. They began to be materialistic in nature or just plain old turds?
No, the one was fine. It was just the other one that I don't think she wanted to go there. It was too dark. It was too Italian. It was too whatever.
Yeah, but you're locked into dinner. I mean,
you got to go.
Exactly.
And you're going to pay for the dinner, and they're going to enjoy the dinner to some extent. How can they turn on you?
Yeah.
Well, she did.
You ever date Gino, Buzz?
She got in a good jab at me. You'll like this one. So after all the thing, where do you travel? Do you have a second home? What kind of car do you drive and all that crap? All of a sudden she says to me, she goes, do you work out? And I go, well, I try to in my building. And she goes, what? Is it closed?
Oh, my God.
And then I turned around right at dinner and I said, you know what? You're
Did you use the C word?
Well, I would never use that word.
Bitch?
No, well, no, I'm not going to.
Well, what letter does it begin with?
It began with a C.
Well, then you use the C word.
Well, it could have been captain.
So you called her the C word?
No, I would never do that.
Well, what did you say to her then?
Well, unless you hear it on tape, nobody really knows what I said.
Oh, boy. But Gino in St. Louis. Time for the match game. I'm Gene Rayburn. Gino Giovannetti was out with a girl he picked up in a bar in St. Louis previous to the Blackhawks game in St. Louis. And things broke bad. And Gino called her, said, hey, you are a blank. You are a blank. I'm Gene Rayburn. Now, wait a second. When you said that word, the C word, to this girl who broke bad on you, and was that the end of the night?
No, amazingly, my brother was waiting to see what would happen. But amazingly, she regained her composure, and we actually said goodbye. She kissed me goodbye, but she also made us take a cab back, which was all right. It was pretty much like, game over at that point.
So she got all the drinks on you. She got all the dinner out of you. She embarrassed your manhood, and then she left you take a cab home. You felt now you know what a woman feels like when you work her.
We drove with her.
Yeah, that's what a woman feels like when she's working. When she goes out with Gino, she gets tossed around like a rag.
Oh no, I treat women wonderfully.
You do actually.
Yeah.
You're not calling them the C word.
You're not using the C word on them.
I didn't say I said that.
You said it begins with a C.
I can't think of another C word.
Yeah, what'd you call her? Chicken? A coddlefish?
Right.
You coddlefish.
I said, you're a captain.
You big captain. You big Captain Crunch. You big crook. You big what? What's another C word?
That's it. There's only one C word.
Cuckoo and chew. Yeah. Back to the match game. Sean, Gino said to the lady who irked him, "You are a blank."
Could be crotch.
It could be crotch. We will look. Will judge accept crotch? Yes, we're going to accept crotch.
Yeah, because accept that. Who has ever called anyone a crotch?
Okay, you crotch.
No one's ever done that.
It's weird. Then it just shows you how that woman who would, if Gino used that word on her because he was upset with the way he was treating her, and he used that word on her, and she continued to go with him.
Yeah.
Then you know what her deal is. Use them, spit them out, get your free drinks, get your free giant T-bone, and move on. And Gino goes home with a chub and his brother in a cab.
There's a C word.
Chub is the correct. Chub was the correct answer. Chub, I win. Chub was the correct answer. You big chub. You chub reducer. That's what it was. You just you chub reducer. You stinking chub reducer. You chub loser.
Why do they ask you if you work out? Why? I mean, what? Is that to...
I don't know. At that point, you know...
what a question.
Do you work out?
What a question.
You know, nowadays, women are pretty protected. They can pretty much do or say whatever they want.
No, here he goes now with the women rap. I'm telling you, man.
No, but you know what I'm saying.
No, I know what you're saying. But I'll say,
a guy, you just punch him in the head.
If you have to ask someone, do they work out? I think you pretty much know the answer. You don't have to ask someone if they work out.
Exactly.
Do you work out? What a crazy game that is.
Apparently, I don't for her.
Yeah. And then he calls her a crotch. You crotch.
Or a chub.
Or a chub or a CU.
I just made a statement.
Yeah.
You know.
I think you said it.
Not exactly disputed by her friend.
Yes. So her friend, the one that was with your brother, she said, yeah, maybe she is a little rude or maybe she's wrong.
No, she just kind of looked like... Well, she had volunteered to us. Sometimes I get drunk and thrown out of places, and I was like, that's a weird thing to volunteer to two guys you just met out of nowhere. But now I'm not terribly surprised.
Wow.
I'm surprised somebody didn't get lucky there.
Yeah, that's what I'm in the back of my head, like, Buzz, why didn't someone get something out of this?
Right. I mean, dinner. I mean, you actually delivered dinner.
Oh, yeah. And my brother and I, we were not looking for anything. It's just like, hey, you want to join us? Yeah, we're looking to, maybe go to the hill, get a bowl of pasta.
Really?
Well, do you work out? Yeah. I work out. I work out. I work out. Wow.
It's a nice way to start the weekend.
You one slippery fish. One slippery fish. Buzz, I have been meaning to say this to you for a long time. You are a crotch. Do you work out? I love that. That's Gino right there. And as I said, the texts that Gino would send never stop. So he's always had something going on. Do you remember, Buzz, when he met Gale Sayers? These are these stories that Gino, it starts out as a feel good. Hey, I'm going to bring you jokes to Colin Jost. And it turns into something ugly.
Yeah.
Gino is at a bar, but he texts me that, hey, here's the story. This is Gino meeting Gale Sayers. And then once the listeners, this is once again, my favorite thing about ever doing the show is when it is live and when those calls are coming in, they just take you on. You could just be the story Gino's about to tell from meeting Gale Sayers until the audience hears it. Then it becomes something completely ugly.
This is the Jonathan Brandmeier Show.
I believe I'm going to be changing my text number now, my phone number now. Gino, I did it again. Let's see what time this one came in. He texted me. Let's see. And I know that you are drunk, Gino, when you text me. I know that you are. Your mic is on now. Don't swear. Let's see what time this text came in from Gino Giovannetti from our staff. He likes to rant about things, and let's just make sure I get the right time. I'm going to say Saturday night.
Afternoon.
Well, I got it at 9:34.
Oh, okay, Saturday night.
Well, it says here, text message Saturday, 9:34 p.m.
Okay.
No, so I don't. When did you send it?
No, I'm sure that's when I sent it.
No, did you or did you? Why are you being so weird? What is? He doesn't know. That's
Because I sent it to like all my brothers. I was sending it to not that same exact text, but.
Okay, I'm going to read the text then, and I'll see if any of it makes any sense. I met and had a drink with one of the finest gentlemen I've ever met, number 40, Gale Sayers. My mom picked me up from catechism and told me, I have bad news for you. Gale Sayers blew out his knee today. Years later, I went to the Playboy Club in Lake Geneva with my best high school friend, Klaus Wellhausen, for the Piccolo tournament, and we saw Kermit. Buzz, if you think I'm making this up.
Yes, I do.
If you do, you should think it, because I wish he were just making it up. But there's something wrong with him. Very, very wrong with him. So okay, Buzz, are you following any of this? He goes, my mom picked me up from catechism and told me, I have bad news for you. Gale Sayers blew out his knee today. Years later, I went to the Playboy Club in Lake Geneva with my best high school friend, Klaus Wellhausen, for the Brian Piccolo tournament, and we saw Kermit Alexander, number 39, for the 49ers, and we said, what the hell? You blew out Gale's knee. It was a clean hit, boys, he told us, which it was, and now you know the rest of the story.
I got to meet Gale. That was huge.
So let me see, in all of this wordage,
yes,
the story is you met Gale Sayers over the weekend and had a drink with Gale Sayers.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Sweet man.
Why couldn't you just said that?
Well, I did at the beginning.
I met and had a drink or two with one of the finest gentlemen I've ever met. Now, where did you meet Gale Sayers?
I met him at Fagan's, Patio Fagan's in the West Loop.
Okay, and you went up to him and said, hello, Mr. Sayers, or did he say, how did you meet him?
No, we were sitting with a group, and a couple people in our group kind of looked over, and we were like, is that Gale Sayers?
Right.
And some guy in their table, which was only, 4 or 5 people, came up and said, hey, we see you looking over there. It's quite all right. Come up and meet Gale. So we took photos with him. And
okay, wait. So the table that Gale Sayers is sitting sees you staring at Gale Sayers.
Yes.
They spotted you as troublemakers.
And said, hey, if you want to come over here and to talk to Gale Sayers. That seems odd. They would invite you over to a table that Gale Sayers was without asking Gale Sayers for permission on that.
Well, I felt badly because I sat next to Gale to get a photo. And when I sat down, he hit his finger or thumb on the table and was in immense pain. I was like, oh, I can come back. And they were like, no, just relax. He'll be all right.
Can you believe what he's saying? Gino is the only guy that can run into Gale Sayers, the Hall of Fame, the greatest running back, and literally injure him. It's unbelievable. Okay, so you went over and sat down with him?
Yes.
Okay, why are you not telling me something? Why would they invite you to have a drink with him? I can see a photo, quick selfie. Hey, it's me and Gale Sayers. Who wouldn't want it? It's if you're a sports fan of any type, that's history, right?
Yes.
But why would they let you sit down with him unless you're somebody we don't know?
No, he's just such a fine gentleman. I think
he didn't do it though.
Oh no, he did absolutely. I mean,
really?
Gale's fine. I mean, I think he has some issues from a long playing career.
But you see what's weird is, there he is, Gale Sayers, a football icon, a legend, larger than life. And suddenly he notices a table of people staring at him, and he feels comfortable inviting everybody over to stare at him up close and personal.
I am so glad I did not erase this text.
And we didn't take advantage of it. Hopefully, too long. I mean,
why would he do that?
See, that's what I'm asking.
Moments with him, and then
that's what. But Buzz is this. We're like Starsky and Hutch or Husky and Starch. I'm telling you, we're asking you because it just seems odd. I understand. Come on, hey. I'm seeing you stare at Gale Sayers. Why don't you come over and sit with him?
if you don't have a weapon?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I even went home and got my little Gale Sayers statue, and he signed it.
Okay, you left the building.
Okay, there you go.
See how weird you sound right now?
Oh, I know. But it's Gale Sayers.
Okay, but and a guy...
And he waited for you.
No, he did not wait for me.
No, Gino waited for him in the alley. Hey, Mr. Sayers, remember I'm the guy that came over by you to, do some talking over there? Anyway, what I wanted to ask you was I went all the way home, and I hope it's not a big deal, but I went over and got my little doll that I carried around when I was in 3rd grade. And I know that your finger was hurt there at the table when I sat down next to you. I'm wondering if you want the other one hurt, or would you like to sign this for me? All right, so you ended the conversation then. Did you buy him drinks?
No, we were kind of separate that way.
What was he drinking?
That long.
What was he drinking?
I don't even know, tell you the honest truth.
Colt 45?
No.
All right. What was he drinking?
Why do you have to sully this wonderful moment?
I'm not sullying it. I think it's awesome. I love Gino Giovannetti, and I want you to love him too. Yes, Don, go ahead.
Okay. Gale's a different kind of dude. He woke up in the middle of the night. His dog was driving him nuts. He stabbed his dog, put the dog in the freezer till the morning, and dealt with him like the next day.
Gino just gave me a look like you're full of crap.
No. Hey, Johnny, you call
Gino, you're got a mic if you don't think it's true.
I don't think it's true.
I'd like to place a wager against Gino if he doesn't believe that.
All right. How are you going to prove it? All right, listen, we got to go. All right, so we've taken a beautiful story that Gino texted me over the night telling me he had a 1 in a million chance to sit down with the greatest hero of his life. And not only did we sell it, we turned it into a horrible story.
Yeah. Killed his dog.
Give me 18 inches of daylight. That's all I need.
Gale Sayers.
You're really bad.
Give me 18 inches of daylight. That's all I need. That's what he signed on my supporter. Gale Sayers, the great Gale Sayers. Nobody got anybody's dog stabbed.
Gino Giovannetti. Giovannetti. You're just upset because Gale Sayers blew out his knee. Gino Giovannetti. Your Nazi friend Klaus Wellhazen is kind of scary. Remember the day the Bears played in the fog? And then the time Gale Sayers stabbed his dog. Gino Giovannetti. Take your doll and shove it where the sun don't shine. Gino, bear down.
How about drinks? Shut up.
Yeah. Uh-oh. That's Gale's dog. All right, now, as I said, when Gino was, I knew, bedridden or on oxygen, he couldn't move because of an oxygen tank. At one point, he had his hip replaced. He was going through chemo. I mean, it is endless what this guy went through since 2007. It's just mind-boggling what he went through, but you would never know it. Now, so the last time I saw him, I went to Northwestern Hospital where he was being transferred that day to hospice. Now, this is the final time I ever saw Gino. He's laying in this bed, frail as all hell. But let me tell you something. He was on fire. I'm telling you, Gino was on fire. His brain, funny, quick, caring. Hey, how are you doing? How's it going? What's going on with the job? What are you thinking? Blah, blah, blah. I said, don't worry about it, Gino. We don't have a job. Everything's cool. You're good. Right. But if you saw him, and, he had tears in his eyes, right? Right in them. When I came in, he had tears in his eyes. And then we hugged, and I'm sitting there, and we hugged, like I said, and they just said, okay, we got to wrap Gino up now. Okay, Gino, love you, man. Love you, brother. Okay. I don't care. I'm still going to text you in the hospice. Keep texting me. Okay. Bye. And so the last text I got, thank you so much, John and Lisa, it worked out perfectly. You saw me off right before I got into the capsule at Cape Canaveral's final blast off. You really gave me a huge lift. Please celebrate my passing. If there's a time to have a cocktail and toast one's passing, this is it. Always great to see you. Even under these goofy circumstances, you gave me so much joy and purpose and credibility over the past 25 years. I've already had last rites twice, anointing oils to absolve me of my sins, Holy Communion twice. I'm carrying another loafer in my bag just in case, a little communion wafer. And Father Jack Clare, a dear family and the friend. He will officiate a final farewell mass in one of my brother's homes in Lake Geneva after I pass, but no wake, no funeral, just a lavish party. Listen to this cryptic message. Just a lavish party, Gino says, with cocktails, dinner, music, dancing, and revelry months or maybe a year after I've checked out. So somewhere down the line, we got a party for Gino. Yes.
That is something to look forward to.
Yes. Yes. So then he says, no last minute stay of execution for me. Don't cry for me. Just pass the linguine carbonara. See ya. I love you. That's it. We love you, Gino. Wherever you are, brother, and you heard what he said, a toast to Gino. Do it.
Here's to the ones that we got. Oh, cheers to the wish you were here, but you're not. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories of everything we've been through. Toast to the ones here today. Toast to the ones that we lost on the way. Cause the drinks bring back all the memories. And the memories bring back your.